Hey everybody, Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, and today I kind of wanted to talk about something I've been thinking about for a while, right? So, in Magic, we've got formats galore, right? We've got Legacy, Standard, Commander. You can see I'm building Jinsakai over here for Commander. And then, all these different formats. But for a lot of us, especially us old-timers in Magic, right? I started back in Judgment, so an Odyssey block. Magic was kitchen table Magic. And I kind of want to start off today by asking the question, does kitchen table Magic still exist? Now, I don't mean playing Commander with your friends around the kitchen table. What I mean by kitchen table Magic is a deck that, although might be legal in some format, isn't really constrained to legal formats. So when I first started playing Magic back in the long ago, my friends Adam and Nick and I would sit around and we'd play these games, and we would have I remember distinctly Nick's deck was like a mono green deck revolving around Malamamaro Sorcerer, and it got to be like 240 cards, and I had like an 80 card something or another deck. It was like mono white. And then when I started playing at the theater, we all just played kitchen table Magic, where it was anywhere from 40 to like 80 cards, just random stuff in there. And I had a red blue flying drakes deck where I had rock hydra and stuff in it. But kitchen table Magic kept going for me and my play group for a long time until we all started playing Legacy. Legacy is a competitive format. For a while, it was the flagship format for Magic the Gathering. It was massive, huge. Now, Legacy is kind of not quite gone the way of the dodo, but it's not in a good place right now. Like, the price of cards, just, you can't really afford to get into Legacy unless you're playing on Moto or you have an event that allows proxies. So Legacy kind of, for us, replaced kitchen table. But I always kept a kitchen table deck together. And this deck, although is Legacy technically legal, and I have played it at a old store Legacy tournament, this is Infinite Life. You got my 15 card sideboard. You see these sleeves? These are dragon shields that are like, I think they're over 10 years old at this point, and these things still haven't split. So Dragon Shield sleeves, everybody. I love them. I actually prefer the gloss over the matte, but they don't seem to make the gloss anymore. But you've got this Infinite Life deck, right? And this is, I'll walk you through the combo real quick. So you got your Encore, you got your Daru Spiritualist, and you got your Worthy Cause. Okay, so you can redirect any, prevent the next one damage that would happen to, say, Shaman Encore here, to Daru Spiritualist for 0. You can do that, and whenever Daru Spiritualist becomes the target of a spell or ability, gets +0/+2. Do that, say, a billion times. You play Worthy Cause, sacrifice a creature, gain life equal to its toughness. You got like 2 billion life. And then you play Test of Endurance, which says, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 50 or more life, you win the game. There you go. That's the combo. But I kept this together. And I don't know why I keep this together, because I'm going to be honest. Although I've updated it, switched out cards, right? Like, you see this card here? I have Aetherflux Reservoir in there. I have some Amonkhet Basics that I really like that I put in there. And I've kept this deck updated since I first built it in like 2007, 2009. And I just keep, I keep it updated. But why? Because I haven't played a non-Commander, non-Legacy game of Magic at a kitchen table. I think, it has to have been since before 2015. So I have a deck that I have not played in a casual friends around a table playing whatever in 10 years. And this kind of got me thinking, because I wanted a deck box for it. It was just sitting in a Dragon Shield box. But, like many old decks did. But I have to ask, like, Does anyone play kitchen table Magic still anymore? And this is a question to all of you in the comments down below. Do you play kitchen table Magic? And like I said, I don't mean Commander. Commander is its own thing, but I mean like non-format abiding, really casual, just like really low to the ground friends Magic. And I'm gonna guess that the answer is, if there are people who do, it's very few, and it's deliberately done rather than their main focus. Because while I love Commander, I think that Commander essentially rendered old-fashioned kitchen table Magic extinct. I really think it did. Or, if not extinct, incredibly endangered. And let's look at this from like a natural selection standpoint, right? Kitchen table Magic, it's good, it's whatever, but it had no like standardized rules. There's no, it's sort of like a non-standardized thing. It's hard to like go to your LGS and play kitchen table Magic. Whereas Commander, it grew, it outcompeted kitchen table Magic. And I wonder if that is a net detriment to the game, because I learned a lot, and I mean a lot, about how to play Magic from kitchen table Magic, because such weird things happen in that format. And weird things happen in Commander, but Commander's really hard to like actually, if you're new, try to learn Magic, because there's 4 players. The game isn't truly designed to have 4 players in it. It's designed as a 1v1 format. And kitchen table Magic actually prepared me pretty well for when I played Legacy. And then Legacy obviously made me a much better Magic player. But I don't know, like, I know this one's kind of rambly, but I really got to thinking about this the other day. I had so many kitchen table like Magic decks, and now, whereas I would be building like blue Drakes or red Kavus or making some weird janky Soul Shift deck when Kamigawa was out, or some squirrel based deck, we are at a point where I just build more Commander decks. And I don't know any of my friends that have a non-format based kitchen table deck anymore. I really don't. I don't see them. I haven't heard anybody talk about kitchen table Magic. Nowadays, whenever I hear, because I watch a lot of Magic content, whenever I hear another creator and YouTuber for Magic, or even somebody at like stores talk about kitchen table, they're talking about like kitchen table Commander Magic. They're talking about friends gathering around their table to play some like really casual like bracket 2, bracket 1 Commander. They aren't talking about the like, hey, I've got this 297 card deck that's all like forests and green creatures with Malamamara Sorcerer in it, like my friend Nick had, right? They aren't talking about my red-blue deck where I had Wind Drake, Wormfang Drake, what were some of the Coastal Drake, Wall of Stone, and then Levitation to give all of my walls that I had in the deck and my Rock Hydra flying. None of that exists anymore. Or my friend Brandon's deck, which ran Thought Picker Witch, Royal Assassin, Sengir Vampire in it. Those decks just don't really exist. And I will also say that I do think that they exist, like I said, in a somewhat, how do I want to describe it? Like a somewhat endangered format. I think it's people my age or older even that still play it, because I don't think a lot of newer Magic players even have ever heard of that style of Magic. But let me know in the comments down below. I want to hear from you. Do you still play kitchen table Magic? Would you play a kitchen table Magic game with me running Infinite Life at your table? Or do you think that just as part of a natural selection and competition, Commander is our new kitchen table Magic? As always, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon. Thank you guys for watching. If you feel like I'm doing a good job, feel free to subscribe. You don't have to, but you can. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.